What if their child learned self control and submission to God starting today? Hey, friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ashley Tilford, and today we're diving into a spiritual discipline that a lot of parents feel uncertain about teaching their kids: fasting. You might have heard people say kids are too young to fast, but the truth is, kids are not too young to learn the heart behind fasting. Because at its core, fasting is about self control and submission to God, something every child can learn and grow in. Today, I'm going to break it down in a simple, practical, and age appropriate way so you can start teaching this beautiful discipline in your home. Let's start with the question everyone asks: should kids fast? And my response is kids are absolutely capable of learning the principle of fasting, even if they're not fasting from food. Fasting helps them understand saying no to the flesh, saying yes to God, delaying gratification, learning self control, listening for God's voice, and submitting their desires to Him. These are essential building blocks of spiritual maturity. So, yes, kids can learn to fast, but in age appropriate ways. We're not talking about 40-day fasts or even long food fasts. We're talking about the heart posture behind it. When you teach your children about fasting, give them a simple definition they can understand. Fasting is giving up something important for a time so we can focus more on God. Simple. It's creating space in our hearts and minds for Him to fill us. Kids don't have to fast from food. They can fast from screens, toys, sweets, YouTube, video games, social media, or certain activities. It's about giving something up that matters to them for a moment so God can fill them up in a deeper way. Here are 3 practical steps to teach fasting at home. First, hands-on activities. You can look these up on Google. There are plenty of different object lessons or hands-on activities to help you teach fasting. And one of the best object lessons I've ever used is the Give Up, Fill Up lesson. And in this lesson, you have 2 cups. One cup says give up, one cup says fill up. And then you have small slips of paper, and you either have your kids draw or write on the small slips of paper what they can give up for a short time, and then ways that God can fill them, whether that be with His peace or with His wisdom or with His patience or His love. Then let them sort each paper into the right cup. So you can explain it to them. When we give something up for a little while, we make space for God to fill us with something better. And this gives a visualization. So then they can practice just using with pieces of paper. I'm going to give up my blankie, and I'm going to ask God to fill me with His love. That's practicing fasting. You're just acknowledging it in a hands-on way. So you can set a timer and have them give up the thing they wrote, and then encourage them to pray and ask God to fill them up during that time. 10 minutes, 5 minutes if you want. Make it fun, make it intentional, make it spiritual. They can learn how to fast. Another way is to practice in small increments. Kids don't need long fasts. Start with small, age-appropriate chunks of time. Could be an hour, could be 3 hours, could be 6, could be one show. Talk with your kid about what they're giving up and why, and work with them to ask what they're hoping that God will fill them up with. How do they feel while they're doing it? What did they notice about their heart during the process? What do you think God is teaching you? Open up the conversation and allow them to express themselves, because this turns fasting into an ongoing discipleship conversation, which then will open up the door to more spiritual conversations as they grow, as they develop, and as they get older. Another way is to model it. If you want your kids to understand fasting, let them see you fast and explain it to them. I know the Bible talks about not telling people when you're fasting, but it's important as a parent, as you're modeling things for them, to invite your children into your experience so they can see it. And that's not from a pious place. That's not from a hypocritical place. That's from a place of desire to teach and train your kids. So tell them, hey, mom is fasting from blank today because I want to hear from God in a clearer way. Or dad is giving up blank so I can focus on Jesus. These are age appropriate, important conversations to have because modeling removes the mystery. And it opens that door for questions, curiosity, and conversations with your children because now it's just not something you're talking about. Now it's something that you are doing and applying to your own lives. And what do they want? They want to be like you. If you're not sure where to begin or you want help establishing rhythms of discipleship in your home, the best time to practice fasting or to have a teaching opportunity is to start a family worship night once a week. This allows you that intentional time every week to work on spiritual disciplines that you may be missing or that you're just not sure where to put in. So check out my free Raising Worshipers course that's available on my website, ashleytilford.com. It teaches you exactly how to start this family worship night, where you can practice fasting or praying or reading the Bible or the prophetic and spiritual disciplines as a family. Parents, fasting isn't about perfection. It's about posture. Your kids are capable of learning self-control, surrender, and the beauty of pursuing God above everything else. Start small. Be consistent. Model it along the way and watch the Holy Spirit shape their heart. If this video encouraged you, hit like, subscribe, and share with another family that wants to raise worship-filled kids. I'll see you in the next video where we'll be covering the spiritual discipline of reading the Bible. See ya!